Look around. People are tired, not lazy, not unmotivated, tired, mentally tired, financially tired, emotionally tired. Because right now, life feels heavy and everybody feels it. You go to the grocery store and walk out with 2 bags that somehow costs almost your entire paycheck. Rent keeps going up, gas keeps going up, bills keeps going up. But somehow the paychecks stay the same. And people are trying their best to survive in an economy that feels like it's squeezing the life out of them. Honestly, for a lot of people, this doesn't even feel like a recession anymore. It feels like we're living through another Great Depression. And the saddest part, so many people are suffering silently. People smile online while stressing in real life. People post selfies while wondering how they're going to pay rent next week. People are waking up every day pretending they're okay when deep down, they're terrified. People are losing jobs everywhere. You hear it every single day now. Layoffs, companies shutting down, businesses cutting workers, stores closing, factories slowing down. And then people say, we'll just go apply somewhere else. Where? Seriously, where are all these jobs people keep talking about? Because millions of people are applying, sending resumes every day, filling out applications every day, interview after interview after interview, and still hear nothing back. Or worse, they finally get hired somewhere, paying wages that barely covers groceries. People went to school, people got degrees, people worked hard their entire lives, and now they can't even find stable work. That's heartbreaking. You got fathers sitting in parking lots crying because they can't provide the way they used to. Mothers skipping meals so their kids can eat. Young adults moving back home because rent is impossible. People working full-time jobs and still living paycheck to paycheck. That should never be normal. But somehow society keeps acting like struggling financially is a personal failure. No, a lot of people are drowning because the system itself is broken. Or maybe it's doing what it's supposed to do. Everything costs too much now. Do you remember when groceries used to feel normal? Now you walk in a store and immediately feel stressed. Eggs expensive, meat's expensive, bread expensive, milk expensive, everything expensive. You will fill your cart halfway and suddenly it's over $200. And don't even talk about rent. People are paying almost their entire paycheck just to have a place to sleep. Not luxury, not mansions, basic apartments, tiny apartments, apartments with problems. And somehow the prices keep rising. Meanwhile, people in power sit on television telling everybody the economy is doing great. For who? Because regular people are suffering. Regular people are exhausted. Regular people are surviving, not living. People are angry because they're scared. And honestly, I understand it. You can literally feel the tension everywhere now. People snapping faster, more anxious, more hopeless. Because financial stress changes people. When people don't know how they're going to survive, fear starts taking over. And when fear takes over, division becomes easy. That's why everywhere you look now, people are fighting each other. Rich versus poor, men versus women, black versus white. Left versus right, Christian versus non Christian, everybody fighting everybody. And while regular people are busy attacking each other, the real problem continues to grow. That's exactly how division works. Distract the people long enough, and they'll never unite against what's actually hurting them. We are being divided on purpose. Think about it. Every day, social media pushes outrage, arguments, drama, hatred, constant distractions, because divided people are easier to control. If everybody hates each other, nobody comes together. Nobody asks bigger questions. Nobody fights for change. Nobody notices what's happening right in front of them. And meanwhile, working families are collapsing under pressure. Depression is rising. Suicide is rising. Loneliness is rising. And instead of helping each other, society keeps teaching people to compete against each other. But listen carefully. Your neighbor struggling is not your enemy. The single mom working two jobs is not your enemy. The man who lost his job is not your enemy. The family barely surviving is not your enemy. We are all feeling this pressure. All of us. The middle class is disappearing, and people are noticing it now. Years ago, if you worked hard, you could actually build a stable life. You could afford a home, afford groceries, afford raising children. Now, people can barely survive alone. People are delaying marriage because finances are terrifying. People are scared to have kids because everything costs too much. People are one emergency away from disaster. One hospital visit, one missed paycheck, one car repair, and everything falls apart. That's not stability. That's survival mode. And millions of people are living in survival mode every single day. Social media hides how bad things really are. That's another reason why people feel confused. Online, everybody looks rich. Everybody's traveling. Everybody's buying things. Everybody is pretending life is amazing. But behind those scenes, debt, stress, loans, anxiety, people are trying to keep up appearances while secretly drowning. And that creates even more depression because struggling people start feeling alone. But you are not alone. Millions of people are hurting right now. Millions. The economy is crushing regular people everywhere. And yet, people still keep going. That's what amazes me. Even with all this pressure, people still wake up and try again. People still go to work exhausted, still pray, still fight, still hope, still try to feed their families. That strength deserves respect because surviving in today's world is not easy. Some people are one breakdown away from giving up completely. That's why kindness matters more than ever now. You never know who's secretly fighting to survive. We need to stop turning against each other. This is the biggest thing I want to say today. We cannot keep destroying each other while everything around us is falling apart. We need unity again. Real unity, not fake internet unity. Real human unity, helping each other, supporting each other, loving each other, caring about each other again. Because the truth is, most regular people want the same thing: a stable life, food on the table, safety, peace, opportunity, hope. That's it. Most people are not asking for luxury, they just want to breathe again. Faith matters in times like this. And I truly believe this. When the world gets darker, People need God more than ever because without faith, this world will drain the hope right out of you. Fear everywhere, stress everywhere, bad news everywhere. But faith reminds us that hard times does not last forever. God has carried people through wars, depressions, loss, pain, and somehow people still survived. That doesn't mean things are easy, but it means hopelessness does not get the final word. This generation is mentally exhausted, and nobody talks about it enough. People aren't just financially struggling, they're emotionally breaking down. Burnout everywhere, anxiety everywhere, people smiling in public and crying in private. And society keeps telling everybody, work harder. Some people are already working as hard as they can. The issue isn't always laziness. Sometimes the system itself is crushing people faster than they can recover. We deserve better than this. Human beings were not meant to live under constant stress every single day. Wake up stressed, go to sleep stressed, check bank account stressed, buy groceries stressed, exist stressed. That's not healthy. And the scary part is, people are getting used to it. People are adapting to survival mode like it's normal. It's not normal, but we cannot lose our humanity. That's the most important thing. Hard times either make people colder or make people come together. And right now, we have a choice. We can keep attacking each other online every day, or we could start realizing we're all carrying heavy burdens. The economy is hurting millions of families. People need compassion right now, not more division, not more hatred, not more constant fighting. Imagine what would happen if people united. Imagine if regular people stopped letting politics, race, social media, and propaganda divide them. Imagine if people truly cared about each other again. Communities will become stronger, families stronger, people mentally healthier. Because human beings were never designed to survive alone. We need each other. That's the truth. To the person struggling right now, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not weak because life feels hard right now. The economy is hurting people everywhere. You are not failing because you're tired. You are not worthless because you're struggling financially. You are living through difficult times, and surviving difficult times takes strength. Do not give up on yourself. Do not lose hope. Do not let fear consume you completely. Better days still exist, even if you can't see them yet. History shows us something important. Every generation faces moments that test humanity, moments where people either collapse into division or rise together stronger. And I believe people are waking up. People are realizing something is wrong. People are tired of struggling while being told everything is fine. People are tired of being divided against each other while regular families suffer. We need compassion again, community again, faith again, humanity again. Because at the end of the day, most of us are not enemies. We are just people trying to survive hard times, trying to protect our families, trying to make it through another month, trying not to break under pressure. So check on your people. Help somebody if you can. Encourage somebody. Love people while you still can. And remember this, hard times reveal who we are. Let these times make us united, not divided. Because if regular people ever truly come together, everything changes.